read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Melissa Bryant claimed she won a beauty pageant, but the director took her crown and gave it to a contestant he was romantically involved with. Daryl Evans says Miss Bryant was disqualified for violating her contract.
I see I've got Melissa Bryant here as my plaintiff, Daryl Evans as the defendant. Ms. Bryant, you're suing Mr. Evans for $10,000 under a breach of contract claim. What brings you to court, ma'am?
I believe I was wrongfully slighted. I feel like an opportunity should have been mine, and it was wrongfully taken away from me.
By Mr. Evans?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what opportunity are we talking about, ma'am?
I was supposed to win a beauty pageant, and I feel like there was something going on behind the scenes that maybe might not have been appropriate.
Well, let's not allude to it. Let's get to it. We are in court. So what does Mr. Evans have to do with the pageant?
He is the director. He is the person that is able to add points, take away points, qualify you, and disqualify you.
Okay, so Mr. Evans, you are the director of a pageant. What's the pageant?
Correct. I was fortunate enough to be this year's director of American Beauty's Miss Island Eye.
All right. That's a new one for us. Okay. So for Miss Island Eye, is this a traditional beauty pageant, sir?
It is. It's one of the bigger ones in our state, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Okay. And well, I'm assuming, as an old pageant girl myself, swimsuit, evening gown, interview, stuff like that?
You know, we kind of updated it for the times. We do an interview, formal wear, and a talent. So.
And talent, so no swimsuit?
No swimsuit.
Okay, so you were happy and excited to participate in this pageant, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I've been doing pageants since I was 4 years old. The only pageant I've ever lost was the one when I was 4. And so I think that really motivated me to never lose again. So when I lost this one, it put a fire under me.
Okay, okay. Where did you place?
I placed first originally.
Okay.
And then I was second.
And then you was, so how does that work? Was it like a situation where Steve Harvey put the crown on the wrong woman's head and then had to take it off? What does that look like, ma'am?
So basically, it just looks like there's something inappropriate going on behind scenes, and I can't.
It's not true, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I just feel like.
Now, you're losing me with the I feel like, Miss Bryant, because I got to get some facts so I can help determine what's going on with this case. Let me see if you can help me out, Mr. Evans. What does the plaintiff mean when she tells me she was first and then she became second? What does that mean?
First, if I can go into a little bit of background myself.
Go for it.
My name is Daryl Evans. I've been in the pageant world my whole life. Growing up, my mother was a beauty queen herself.
Okay.
So some of my fondest memories are running around backstage as a kid.
Okay.
Seeing all the hard work and sacrifice that these.
So you have a lot of respect for the pageant community. Okay, that's good to hear. So what do you think of Miss Bryant here as a contestant?
As a contestant, she was a wonderful contestant. She won. She scored one of the highest in
So she was actually crowned, sashed, roses, whole 9 yards.
Whole 9 yards, yes, Your Honor.
And then what happened, Mr. Evans?
Well, as you can imagine, things were so busy the day of the event.
Well, I don't have to imagine, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
You know, again, back in my day,
I'm sure you've been crowned many times.
I so fondly remember the adrenaline rush of them asking me to lower myself so they can put that shiny. Elijah, stop laughing at me.
I love it.
You know you looking at Miss North Carolina USA 2009 first runner-up. Don't play with me, Elijah.
No, that's right.
You better put some respect on this gavel.
I love it.
And I, too, Miss Bryant, have been competing since I was a wee toddler in Tierra and have won many crowns. So don't try to out-crown me.
Never, baby. No, that's right.
Just kidding. But it's a real thing. And I, too, all jokes aside, have a tremendous amount of respect for any young person that commits to the discipline, the training, the rehearsal, the expense. So let's get to the expenses, because I know you got some receipts for me, right, Ms. Bryant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give your whole folder to Elijah. Because these gowns, if y'all aren't familiar, ladies and gentlemen of the court, A gown could cost you $5,000, $10,000. And that was in my day. Don't say that, Ms. Bryant. It's a trick question. Okay, let's see here. This is the application for the pageant?
Yes.
So she was able to complete this. I see, you know, not a cheap entry fee, pretty standard, $1,000 just to enter.
Just
see,
to
some of
enter.
y'all are not familiar with this world of pageantry. It's kind of a subculture.
Yes.
But y'all should know these are high stakes and the prizes are great, but you gotta pay to play in the pageant world. So $1,000 entry fee, you paid that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I also paid for, you know, my coaching. I paid for my singing lessons.
Well, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing you got a pretty reasonable gown. Your gown was $450.
Yes, ma'am.
I see that receipt you paid. I then see you said you paid for some singing lessons as well. Okay, and then I see some coaching. Okay, so this was $875. Now, this is fine and dandy, ma'am, but where are you getting $10,000? Because this is even all together, this is not even $3,000. So where's the $10,000?
So the $5,000 was for a scholarship, and when he called me and he took away my crown a week later, that's where the money went. He took all the $5,000, and then I would like to sue for emotional distress as well. So that's where the other money's coming from.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
I'd like to bring up the pre-pageant meeting that I mentioned earlier.
Yes, let's bring up the pre-pageant meeting.
all
Ms. Bryant.
contestants.
If you would like to go to law school and become a judge, I suggest you do so.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Melissa Bryant, who is fighting with Daryl Evans over a beauty pageant win.
So basically, the prize that you won as the winner was rescinded by Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Did he physically take the crown away too?
Yes.
The crown, the sash, everything?
He made me mail it back.
What? Mr. Evans, why would she have to mail back a crown that an entire auditorium full of people saw her win?
So things were brought to my attention after the fact,
What kind of things,
unfortunately.
sir?
There were a couple infractions that Ms. Bryant did the day of the event. At an event this large and with a $1,000 entry fee, we want to make sure that there's no questions.
Funny business.
Yeah, so
I agree.
We met beforehand with all the contestants. We went over a contract.
You have a
which
contract.
They then
You
signed.
have it with you.
I do have it with
Give
me.
your whole folder, please, to Elijah,
Yes.
whole evidence folder, so I can review this as well.
Yep.
And we're gonna let the courtroom here take a look at it, so we all on the same page.
Yes.
Okay? Okay, so let me look at this contract. Let's put this up here so we can all see the same thing. American Beauty Miss Illy pageant, okay. This is between Miss Bryant and the defendant. Clause 4, the pageant will take place on May 9th. Contestants will arrive at 8 a.m. sharp. If the contestant chooses to utilize the on-site beauty salon, expenses incurred will not be covered by the pageant. What's your issue with Miss Bryant on this clause, sir?
So as it states on there, we do provide an on-site beauty area for the contestants. It is optional. If you use it, you do have to pay the artists that we bring in. We bring in a hairstylist and a makeup artist. Ms. Bryant utilized the services without paying for them.
You never paid for the services, Ms. Bryant?
So I didn't pay for the services because it was a very hectic and chaotic day. And right when I was going to pay for them, about a week later when I remembered, he told me to mail my crown back. And so I didn't want to get anything settled until I came to court, but I want you to know I had no malicious intent.
You just forgot to pay.
Yes, it was a lot going on that day.
Okay, hold on, we're gonna get to the rest of this. Clause 9. The use of alcohol, marijuana, and other drugs, performance enhancing or otherwise, so it's talking steroids, I suppose, that type of thing,
Yes.
is strictly prohibited on pageant grounds. What's your gripe there,
So
sir?
number 9 and number 10 actually tie in together.
Okay, let's read number 10. The contestant is a allowed guest, but they must remain in designated areas that will clearly be labeled at the event. Under no circumstances are guests allowed into contestant-only areas. And I'm familiar that's standard because people cut dresses in pageant worlds. People take wigs, eyelashes, musical instruments stolen for the talent portion.
Yes.
Oh, it's very cut. Everything you've seen on Lifetime TV, believe it. It's a real thing. Okay, so where is your violation here, sir?
Ms. Bryant brought guests, which we totally allow. She brought her brother, though, who unfortunately arrived to the event completely intoxicated, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
Not only that, he was spotted in the contestant-only areas multiple times, And I got complaints that he made the contestants feel unsafe.
Ma'am, can I say something to that?
Please.
So I myself, I was not using any marijuana. I wasn't under the influence. I myself cannot control what a grown, able-bodied man chooses to do. I showed him around, and then I went and I did what I had to do. I was with my mom. I was assuming that they were all in the crowd. But I will say, because he was intoxicated, he did end up where he wasn't supposed to be. But that was, I didn't know until after.
That he was even intoxicated?
Yes.
Okay, so let me get to you, Mr. Evans, because this is important. I tend to believe, because she's corroborating what you're saying, that the brother was indeed intoxicated, that he indeed went into spaces that put him in violation of this clause. What I'm not sure about, and I won't be deciding in this moment, but I'm gonna keep gathering evidence from both of you, is how liable she is. The question to the court is Ms. Bryant what we call vicariously liable for the bad acts of her adult, able-bodied brother? She might be, but she might not be. What, sir? Go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, I'd like to bring up the pre-pageant meeting that I mentioned earlier.
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's bring up the pre-pageant meeting.
All
Ms.
contestants.
If you would like to go to law school and become a judge, I suggest you do so. But in this courtroom, I'll be doing the asking of the questions. Go ahead, sir.
So we went line by line through each of these clauses.
Yes. Let me go to number 11, too, before we move on. Scoring decisions and points awarded by the pageant judges are not final, and the director retains the right to revoke points if a contestant's behavior is found to be unbecoming, even after the official end of the pageant proceedings. Ms. Bryant, why would you sign such a clause?
Because I knew I would win.
But how could you even say you knew you would win when the whole nature of the clause says that who ultimately wins is totally discretionary, up to the sole discretion, in fact, of the director?
I understand that, but I have reason to believe that my spot was given away to somebody that he is romantically involved with.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
This looks to be you having a very nice time with a nice-looking young lady here. Who is this?
That would be Miss Kim, the runner-up.
Is this your girlfriend, sir?
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Melissa Bryant, who is fighting with Darrell Evans over a beauty pageant win.
Let's get to these scorecards. I'm looking at them, 3 different judges, 3 scorecards. Everybody has the scorecard showing that Ms. Bryant, here's the winner. You can see that.
Yes.
That she won on paper. And you distracted points because?
Because of the breaking of the contract.
Okay. Now let's get to these photos, these Instagram photos.
So,
Ma'am, I am actually still talking.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. I am looking at a photo, sir. This looks to be you having a very nice time with a nice-looking young lady here. Who is this?
That would be Miss Kim,
Okay.
the runner-up of the...
So she placed runner-up, first runner-up to
Correct.
Miss Bryant initially. Okay. And then I see y'all look like y'all are having a good time on a boat, okay, in Mexico. I'm also now looking at yet another picture of you and Miss Kim at a very fancy, beautiful dinner. Is this your girlfriend, sir?
No, and Your Honor, you know how social media works. Even though it's just us isolated in the pics, there were other people at that event. It was actually a sponsor from the pageant who held the event, so I had no control over the guest list.
But you did know this young lady?
Yes, we in a professional manner. As I'm sure you're aware.
Wait, no. Can you please go back to the boat picture where Miss Kim and the defendant are sipping these delicious cocktails? Now, raise your hand in the court if you feel like this looks professional. I don't have any hands raised. Turn around, Mr. No, go ahead and turn around.
Just a friendly...
You see any hands raised? Okay, that's gonna be a no, sir. So no one's buying that dog. It's not gonna hunt today.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
I think Miss Alexia is making people uncomfortable as well. I have evidence of a video of her screaming at people.
Oh, there's a video.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Melissa Bryant, who is fighting with Darrell Evans over a beauty pageant win.
So nobody believes you and Miss Kim were professional. It's clear that you at least have romantic interest.
I'm sure as you're aware, the pageant world is very small.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Evans. I've heard enough from you. Do you have final words? I'm about ready to rule on this.
I would just like to say that It makes no sense why he's uncomfortable, but I had to be uncomfortable when I watched them caked up in the back of the pre-pageant.
That's
And I
very true.
also watched her yell and berate people. So it's like, if you're saying I'm the problem, I have a bad attitude, I'm making people feel uncomfortable, I think Miss Alexia is making people uncomfortable as well. I have evidence of a video of her screaming at people.
Oh, there's a video?
Yeah.
Well, let's see that. Let's see the video of this other contestant apparently making people uncomfortable. That's getting tossed around quite a bit here.
That's professional?
There's no audio, Your Honor?
The audio's copyrighted.
So the good news, Mr. Evans, is I don't need audio because I was born at night, not last night. It is clear to me that there was aggression and hostility, and anybody that was looking at that could see that. So that's obvious. And whether or not you think it rises to the threshold of uncomfortability is not the point. I think any reasonable contestant would find that jarring energy to be beside them, that would be upsetting to their central nervous system as they are competing for a very expensive pageant crown and a scholarship, by the way. So I am going to accept this as evidence of this eventual winner, which you conveniently self-appointed after the fact as the new winner, which this courtroom just saw you absolutely booed up with, Mr. Evans.
Judge Eboni's verdict when equal justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
Young lady, I do believe you have satisfied a burden of improper conflicts of interest, some level of dishonesty and disingenuous nature of what was going on with this crown and your win. So without her being liable for her brother, without me feeling that she intentionally deceived the payment on the makeup and the hair, I'm going to find her in compliance. She should have kept her crown. Now let's talk about the money. I can appreciate, Ms. Bryant, that you lost the $5,000 scholarship, and I think that's what's most important here. I don't feel that as a contestant that made a good faith decision to enter a pageant, which comes with risk, that it's on this man or anybody to pay for your gown, your training, basically the expense of entry. So you're going to be paying for that, but I am going to find the $5,000 scholarship money to be in your favor. This court rules for the plaintiff, but only for $5,000. Good luck to you, young lady. Straighten it out, Mr. Evans.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $5,000.
I feel like my contract wasn't taken into consideration. It wasn't black and white. She didn't follow the contract.
You can't take what was meant for somebody. You can't put down someone that's chosen. So I would just like to say I wish him the best, but I'm going to continue to keep going and getting better.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.